introduce, all right? Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, especially a special welcome to all of our out-of-town guests who are here to celebrate Katie's Bat Mitzvah. We are officially beginning now Katie's Bat Mitzvah weekend. So we're going to get our services started in a moment, but before we do start the service, Katie and her mom Mindy will light the Shabbat candles for us. Amen. Okay, wonderful. We are going to begin by turning to page 5 in the Siddur, and we will start with Shalom Aleichem, and Katie will lead us. Page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boahem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei
Okay, wonderful. We will now turn to page 10, and we will continue with Yedid Nefesh, and we'll have Jonah, Katie's brother, come up and lead us in Yedid Nefesh on page 10.
That's me.
I need to keep your note, don't I?
Yeah,
hold on.
Okay. Yedid Nefesh Avcharachaman Meshohavta El Retzona Yarutzavda Kemoaya Yishtachaveh Darach ki yeru yedidutach minofetzu v'kol ta'am hadurna eziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavat natach ana elna refana la beharot la noam zivach az titchazech ותתרפא והייתה לך שפחת עולם ותחמו רחמך והושנא על בן אוהבה כי זה כמה נכסוף לראות בתפארת עוזך אנא אלי מחמד ליבי חושה נא ואל תתעלם היגלה ופרוס חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך תאיר ארץ מכבודך נגילה ונשמחה בך מהר אהוב כי במועד והונני כי מעולם ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי נאי ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי נאי ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי נאי ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי נאי ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 ינאי נאי 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 נאי.
Okay, wonderful. Good job, Jonah. Yasher koach. We will now turn to page 11, the next page, and continue with Psalm 95, Lechu Neranena. Ready? Lechu Neranena, Neranena, Adonai Nariach, Nariach, Litzor Yishenu. Lechu Neranena, Neranena, Adonai Nariach, Nariach, Litzor Yishenu. Mekadam Afanav, Mekadam Afanav, Mekadam Afanav, Betzoda. Bizmirot, Bizmirot, Marialo. Bizmirot, Bizmirot, Marialo. Lehu Neranena, Neranena, Adonai Nariach, Nariach, Litzor Yishenu. Lehu Neranena, Neranena, Adonai Nariach, Nariach, Litzor Yishenu. And we will now turn to page 14. In the middle of the page, Yismechu Hashamayim. Please sing along with Katie. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umro'o. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam.
השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ.
Okay, wonderful. We will now turn to page, remember what page, Katie?
20, I think.
Yep, page 20. And we'll continue with Romemu, which are the last 3 lines where the little arrow is pointing inward on the Hebrew side. Here we go. Ready?
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachvu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachvu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachvu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachvu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu.
And we will now turn the page to page 21. We invite Jonah to come back up and lead us in Psalm 29, Mizmor LeDavid, and I invite everyone else to please rise. Page 21.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai ben Elim, Havu l'Adonai, Kavod ba'ozai lai, Havu l'Adonai, Kevod shemo ishtachavu l'Adonai, behadran kodesh, Kol Adonai al-hamayim, el kavod hirim, Adonai, al-mayim rabim, Kol Adonai, Bakol achai, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arzei halanon, vayargidem kemo egel Levanon, veSiryon kemo ben reimim, Kol Adonai chotev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yahil midbar, Yahil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yechol elayalo, vayechesof yarot uvekalo, kulo omer kavo, ay Adonai lama buyar, shava yeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai os le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarech echlamo v'shalom. Yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, yai nai nai nai.
Okay, wonderful. Yashkoach again. Thank you, Jonah. Everybody may be seated for a moment. We're going to now continue with Lachado D, which begins on page 23. We are going to do the first 2 stanzas on 23, and then the middle stanza on 24, and the final stanza on 25. When we get to that final stanza, we will all rise and face the entrance of the sanctuary to welcome Shabbat, page 23 through 25. You ready? Lecha dodi likrat kala elalai lalai lalai b'nei Shabbat mekabelai lai lai Lecha dodi likrat kala elalai lalai lalai b'nei Shabbat mekabelai lai lai Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad tishmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem u'l'tiferet ve'litila Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabelai lai lai Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabelai lai lai Likrat Shabbat lefu v'nemcha ki mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabelai lai lai Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Middle of 24. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva oret komi ori, 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 shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich migla. Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela lai lai Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela. Page 25 at the bottom. Please rise. Face the entrance. Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam besimcha uvetzola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 b'nei Shabbat mekabela lai lai Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai lalai b'nei Shabbat mekabela lai 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 You may be seated. Now we'll turn to page 27, and now that we've officially welcomed Shabbat, we will recite the Psalm for Shabbat, top of page 27. Ready?
Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lechodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid b'boker chastecha, ve'emunatecha b'aleyot, alei asor v'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lechodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. And we'll continue with Sadi Katamar, middle of page 28. Sadikat Amar Yifra Ke'eretz Balvainon Yizke Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvu Beseva Deshenim Verananim Iyu Lehagin Ki Yashar Adonai Suri Suri Velo Avatavo.
Okay, good job so far. You can have a seat for just a quick second, okay? We are obviously here today for a very happy and good reason, and that is to celebrate Katie and her becoming a bat mitzvah. However, we would be remiss if we did not take a moment to pray for our people and for all of humanity in regards to the situation that's going on in Israel. So I would like to invite everyone to please turn in the Siddur to page 178. And as a community, we will together pray and send our hearts to the east. We'll sing together Avinu Shabashamayim, and then we'll recite the prayer that's in the margin, the left-hand margin of the English side of 178. Please join me. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Barech, Barech, et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Geulateinu, Hagen Aleha Behevrat Chastecha, Uferos Aleha Sukkot Shelomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Please join me on the left-hand side of 178. Ribono shel olam, kabel na berachamim uvratzon et tefilotenu be'ad medinat Yisrael. Sovereign of the universe, accept in loving kindness and with favor our prayers for the state of Israel, her government, and all who dwell within her boundaries and under her authority. Open our eyes and our hearts to the wonder of Israel, and strengthen our faith in your power to work redemption in every human soul. Grant us also the fortitude to keep ever before us those ideals upon which the state of Israel was founded. Grant courage, wisdom, and strength to those entrusted with guiding Israel's destiny to do your will. Be with those on whose shoulders Israel's safety depends, and defend them from all harm. Spread over Israel and all the world your shelter of peace, and may the vision of your prophets soon be fulfilled. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, and neither shall they learn war anymore. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. V'nomar Amen. You know, many people ask me, how do we get rid of anti-Semitism, or how do we root out evil from the world? And there is no precise answer to that, but I do want to believe that we take steps towards getting rid of evil by celebrating the good and happy things we have in our lives. So the mere fact that all of you are here this evening and that we are here to celebrate Katie and we're having this bat mitzvah moving forward, I think is the best way to tell the world that we're not going anywhere. So with that, let's continue with Mariv. And we will turn to page 39a. I invite everyone to please rise as we continue with the Baruch. Again, page 39a. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai. La 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. You may be seated. Please, no, you're staying here. Please join us on the English side of 39a for the first bracha, the first blessing of the Mariv service. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila. Adonai Tsevaot shemo, el chai v'chayam tamim lochaleinu leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai, hamahariv aravim. We will now turn to page 40, and we will continue with Avat Olam. As we mentioned last week when Katie was up here helping lead the service last week as well, the melody we're going to do this evening for Avat Olam is very special to the Jewish community, but also very specifically to Katie. Katie, can you remind everyone who wrote this tune?
Piper Ruttman.
Is Piper Ruttman here this evening?
She's not.
Oh, okay. And how do you know Piper Ruttman?
Through camp.
Through camp. Okay. And the rest of the Jewish community might recognize this melody because it was made famous a couple of years ago during COVID by the Pratt brothers, particularly Platt brothers, not Pratt brothers. Platt brothers, who Ben Platt is a well-known Broadway actor and performer. And so they made this tune famous during the pandemic as a way to hope for goodness and for love, and we can certainly continue to pray for that today as well. Page 40, please join us as best as you can. You ready? Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך, לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. Max, come on up. And we'll continue now on page 41 with Shema and Ve'ahavta, and Katie's younger brother, Max, will lead us. You ready? Go for it.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'divarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'b'leftecha b'derech u'shofbecha u'vkumecha u'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'nei necha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha.
Wonderful job. Good for you. Yasher Koach, Max, thank you. We'll continue privately with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema, page 42. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. We'll continue on the top of page 44 with Mi Chamocha. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele. Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, zeili anu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch, לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. And we'll now turn to page 45 and we will continue with the Hashkivenu prayer, the prayer that asks for peace, especially at night. Please join us, page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeitenu uvo'enu lechaim ol shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow, and remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. We'll continue now with Vishamru and Chatzi Kadesh on page 46. Please rise. Ready? Vishamru Bnai Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru Bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein Bnei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz veshamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbam. Be'alma divarach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei techol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv ve'imeru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam le'al me'al maya. Yitbarach ויתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen. And we'll continue now with the private silent Amidah for Erev Shabbat for Friday night, starting on page 47 and concluding on page 52. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. We are going to switch moods for a moment, and we're going to pray for those in our community who are ill and who are in need of healing. And while we are praying for those in our community and reading the names on our list, we're also, of course, thinking about those who are ill, injured, and missing still in Israel and with the conflict in Israel as well. So we will begin by singing the Debbie Friedman Mishaberach. I will read the names on our list. If anybody here this evening has a name you would like to say out loud after we read our list, please go ahead and rise in your place now, and then we'll go around the room and you'll be able to say the name out loud. Similarly, if anybody online has a name you want to add, please go ahead and unmute, and then you can say the name out loud as well. Please join me if you know the Debbie Friedman Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Chava Sarah bat Basha, Esther Nashama bat Sarah, Yehudit bat Kalman, Rachel bat Esther, Chaim ben Pesach, Harvey Ruskin, Diane Chodorow, Alan Chodorow, Rachel Langer, Yaakov ben Shlomo, Jack Azuz, David ben Razel, Mirit bat Miriam, Aaron ben Chaya Golda, Tal ben Sarah, Shoshana bat Yochevet, Ilya Yisrael Richter ben Rachel, Chaviva Eliana bat Sarah, Al Montano, Sandra Kite, Hilit Solomon, Kathy Brown, Celia Hahn, Arnie Tenenbaum, Brandon Simpson, Andrea Kotke, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Curis, Ken Gasser, Randy Mead, Bloom Beloved, Lula Hernandez, Harvey Kulchin, and Marilyn Lafer. Any others? Jameen, do you have one? And is there anybody online who would like to add a name? Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We'll continue with the full Kaddish, middle of page 54. Yit gadal vit kadashe me rabam. Be'almadi v'rakiru tevem lich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayrechol beit Yisrael b'agalav izman karim v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shemei rabam mevarach le'alam u'le'alam me'almaya yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min chol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'yimeru. Amen. Titkabal tzalot ahon v'atahon d'chol Yisrael kodam avahon divishmaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please rise. We'll continue with the Shabbat evening Kiddush on page 55. And part of Katie becoming a Jewish adult means she gets to take a sip of this after we do the blessing.
Dang it.
Page 55. Savri mananan v'rabanan v'rabotai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikraei kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat.
So nasty.
Yeah. Your family has to teach you about Manischewitz.
Ugh.
Okay, we'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, lateit gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim veyoser haaretz, umoshav yikaro bashamayim mima'al, ushchinatu zo, beglovhei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes ulato, kakatuv betorato, ve'adata hayom ve'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'elohim, bashamayim mima'al, ve'al ha'aretz, mitachat, ein od, al kinei Kabbalat Shabbat. Kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai Meloch leolam va'ed, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, hiye Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. At this time, we will remember those in our community that are no longer with us. This Shabbat, we remember Asher Mayo, Jerome Kaufman, Sarah Epstein, David Katz, Hein Lamb, Max Sinowitz, Sarah Nechamkin, and Richard Rubin. And of course, we also are remembering all of the victims of the current war in Israel, as well as the victims of the shooting that took place this week in Maine as well. May all of the families and friends of those victims be comforted, and may we also remember them in our mind and in our heart. If there's anybody else you are remembering this evening, please take a moment as well, and may all of their memories be for goodness and for a blessing. We'll continue with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divarach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Israel, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen, yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam al'alme almaya, Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yithalev ve'yithalal shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. In a couple of moments, we will conclude our service with Adon Olam, but before we do that, we have a couple of announcements from one of our board members, Ellen Satz.
Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to everyone, and congratulations to the parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles. So tomorrow, the Bat Mitzvah continues, and services start at 9. On November 5th, Sisterhood is having a book discussion about Killers of the Flower Moon with an Osage person who's going to be leading the discussion from her point of view. That's at 10. If you still have energy left in the afternoon, at 2, Rabbi Citrin is speaking about 3 ways to love Israel. On November 12th, the Men's Club has a Veterans Day brunch with a speaker. And on November 17th is the Sephardic Shabbat and dinner together. And lastly, on November 19th, Sarah Eagleman's going to be talking about cultural borderlands, Jewish acculturation and the margins of Jewish identity. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Ellen. And just a note about that Sephardic Shabbat, it is going to be our regular Friday night service as we know it, just using a bunch of Sephardic music during that service. We're not going to be changing the liturgy to Sephardic liturgy, which is very different than what we know for Friday nights normally. So please don't fear of that. We will now conclude with Adon Olam. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow morning services will begin at 9 o'clock, not at the normal 9:30. So that way we will have enough time to do everything we need to do for Katie's bat mitzvah tomorrow. Thank you once again for everyone being here this evening, and we hope you enjoyed, and we hope you'll enjoy tomorrow as well. Page 211, Adon Olam. Adon Olam, Asher Malah, Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, Echef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei, Kiklot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hoveh, Vehu Hieh Betifara Adon Olam, Asher Malah, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Vehu Echad, Ve'ein Sheni, Le'hanshilo Le'achmira Adon Olam, Ve'li Reshit, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'lo Ha'oz Ve'ha'misra Adon Olam, Asher Malah, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Vehu Heili, Vechai Goali, Vetzor Chevli Ve'et Sara Adon Olam, Vehu Nisim, Umanosli, Ve'nat Kosi Ve'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Asher Malah, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo nikra adon olam. Ve'ato tafkid ruchi, ve'eti shan ve'alira adon olam. Ve'im ruchi geviati, adon li ve'lo ira adon olam. Adon olam, asher malach b'terem kol, yitzir nivra, ve'et nasa, ve'chefza kol. Azai melet shemo nikra adon olam. Yasher koach, guys. Great job. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Umevorach. Ay, lay, lay. Lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Lay, 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 lay. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Umevorach. Good Shabbos.